around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Panthers, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation, making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Ball again on second down. Breaks a tackle. A nice little juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Off play action. Dwyer. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught by Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people don't clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Open man here is Conklin. It'll go was a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Christopher Dunn now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Young. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. To the sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Dwyer. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Young. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4. Here's Young from the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
The tight end is certainly in position for them to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Young will set to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. That's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing. Young. In trouble, and he's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So out now come the Jets. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, New York.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 37.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This pass out wide to Hall. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Young. And Sanders has got it complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
It'll be Young again. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
Young off the play fake. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Dwyer. He finds his man, complete. That's Riley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Dwyer. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Another run here with Sanders. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Third and 2.
On play action, Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That was a well run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
It's caught by Sanders. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That's another Carolina Panther.
To throw, Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. He's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
In motion left, that's Thielen. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Touchdown! A great play there. 27 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dwyer. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jerome Baker leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Bryce Young and the offense out for their next series. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now Young to throw on 2nd down. He's got Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. Michael Thomas, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. We saw a strong first half out of the Alabama man and former #1 selection, Bryce Young. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 35 before being tackled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw. Also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 44-yard line.
Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 39. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Young to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he comes back with one complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll throw again. Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one, and earns him a fresh set of downs.
put right on it, and he's able to pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. John Franklin Myers in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, Dwyer. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Throwing again. Dwyer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Hall again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And this time he is in. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Done good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Young. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Young on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Powering forward. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and a yard. Looking to throw. Dwyer. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Jets.
Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Dwyer. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake. Dwyer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run with Sanders. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now here's Young. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Dwyer. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
Looking to throw. Dwyer. This pass out wide to Hall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Young. And that will be incomplete as well. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And New York set to take the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Dwyer. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, giving 14.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
First down, Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Young to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick-6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Now done for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now Young and the Panthers down by 7, 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick-6. Young will find Thielen work in the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And Young's throw there incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Young. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.